Hey, love. Michelle here from Sensate Soul and the Soul Translator. I wanted to share a couple kind of over breakfast ponderings. I'm having a little sweet potatoes and eggs and coffee here on a beautiful morning. And I've been thinking about something a lot lately that I want to share here with you. And it has to do with being an empath, being a sensitive, and decisions and permission. So I was listening to a friend recently who was talking about making decisions in her life. And she kept using this one word, which was permission. She was talking about how she wanted to give herself permission to have the things that she wanted and to take the next steps and to reach the next level. And you know, or you may not know if we haven't crossed paths a lot, but if we do know each other a little bit more, you know that I love to play with words because words are energy and power, and they're little nuggets of transformation in and of themselves. And permission itself, the word per is for, and mission is for your mission, right? For your focus, for what you put your energy towards. So I love this because when you think about when do we give ourselves permission to do things, usually it will come from a choice. It will come from that place where you choose to choose, decide to decide. And I was thinking also about that, I can't remember the whole thing, of course, right now. I don't rely on my brain to have a really good memory on poems and stuff like that. I would probably suck as an actor because I can't remember lines. But you know the poem or the saying, I think it's by Goethe, that says, then when the decision was made, basically all providence came forward and, you know, helped this thing become real. So it's in the power of our decision when we give ourselves permission that things can shift. Why? Because it is a vibration of intention, right? So I was thinking about this with empaths and sensitives. Now, empaths and sensitives, we can walk through the world with a lot of, shall we say, a feeling like we haven't been given permission to feel so much from other people. I do have other videos on that where sometimes, you know, it feels like as an empath and sensitive, you're kind of intruding on other people's inner worlds just because you have, you're an empath and you have deep empathy and you know things and feel things from others that sometimes it's kind of like, I just wish I could turn it off. But if you're truly an empath, you can't. If you're empathetic, you can a bit more. But anyway, I digress. So we also feel, many of us, and I know this from my experience as one and in my work, that there's a feeling like we aren't always given permission in the world to be ourselves. Because of being too sensitive, or because, you know, all of the things that we see and feel and sense that sometimes can be intimidating. Sometimes people don't want to have the, you know, things shared that they're not even aware of themselves. So empaths and sensitives are really, you know, we're feeling the we're feeling the deeper layers of a lot of things in life. And sometimes that makes others uncomfortable. Here's another piece about this. I know for myself as a pretty rebellious character that I don't really like when people ask me, you know, I don't like the idea of permission itself. It's like, well, I don't want to ask anybody's permission. You know, I'm going to do what I feel is right. I'm going to do what I feel is within integrity. But I'm not asking anybody to say, oh, yes, Michelle, you can do that. All right, so there's that piece. And I think you can probably relate to that because, believe it or not, a lot of empaths and sensitives can be rebellious because we don't really want to conform. And part of that is because conformity to shall we say, there's a lot of things out in the world that we sense and feel that are really not worth conforming to, and we really don't want to align with them because they feel off. They feel, left of center in not a good way. So with all of that being said, and I know this is kind of just off the top of my head and kind of a little, off the hip, shall we say. The thing with it is that giving yourself permission is really your birthright. It is really your power. It's your place where you decide. And for the empowerment of empaths and sensitives, this is like massive. Because of that feeling like that we're not always giving people permission. I guess what I'm trying to say here is we can move through the world feeling like it's all coming at us. And that doesn't always feel like we've given permission because it's just what we're experiencing. So this idea of taking a stance on your permission and giving yourself permission is incredibly empowering to have the mindset that you get to decide, that you get to give yourself permission for whatever it is that you want and whatever you're deciding on. All right, so I love this word. So please give yourself that permission for your focus, for your trajectory, for your energy to move towards that which is fulfilling and uplifting and deepening and meaningful for you. You do get to decide. You do get to give yourself permission. And hello, happy empowerment. So use your permission, give yourself the permission to be you. Most importantly, dear empath. All right, so there we go. Thanks so much for listening, and check out the Sensate Soul. Come on over there and join there to receive things that I only send through private emails and newsletters. And also, by the way, I have a book launching called A Year of Empathy. It's a daily reader, and you can find that at sensatesoul.com/AYOE book. And it is currently, you can get the first month free because it is in its soft launch right now. All right, take great care, so much love, and give yourself permission to be the beautiful, empathic, and sensitive entrepreneur that you are today. So much love.